Okay, getting my screen set up here. Okay. Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yay! Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me and hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-OK. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is working correctly. There are no technical difficulties, and we can go ahead and start the class. Helga says yes. Thank you, Helga. Trolley says yes. Thank you. Bethy says yes. Thank you. Max Power says yes. Air Lady says yes. Thank you. Mahado says yes. Thank you. Kadeen says yes, thank you. All right, well, it's good to see you all because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. Pierre says yes, I appreciate that. Okay, great to have you here with me. Well, you know what we do. We always have a toast to start our class for good luck. So whatever you're drinking, pick it up and we will have two toasts. Yes, two toasts. Our first toast will be for the green team. You see them, their names are in green. They support me, they support the channel. By supporting me and the channel, they are supporting everyone. So let's give the green team a big thank you. Cheers. If you don't have a beverage, we can fist bump, bump, cheers, bump, cheers. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. All right, our second toast, it's for you. Yes, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump. Cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Okay, good. Rich. Hello, Rich. LaFort. Hello. Abida, hello, or no, Adiba, Adeba, hello, hello. Okay, great. Let's talk. Oh, Candy, hi, Candy. Mwah. Let's talk. Good morning, Candy. Let's talk about today's lesson plan, shall we? I think it's a good idea. Here it is right here. We are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities today. Yes, 5 activities. We're going to review form a sentence. We will then use the correct verb tense. After that, what would you do? After that, go for. After that, negative questions. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities for you. Yeah, and let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Lucini, hello. Let's get started with our first activity, form a sentence. This is a review from yesterday. You guys did great. Let's do it again. It's a nice, useful pattern to practice. Form a sentence. And here we go. I've had a great time, but I need to go now because. And then you finish it. Okay, there we go. Agnes, hello. Mwah. Good morning, Agnes from Japan. Raj is here. Good morning from Japan, Raj. Mwah. Okay, we are reviewing this pattern, this sentence here. I've had a great time, but I need to go now because. One more time. I've had a great time, but I need to go now because. Helga says, I've had a great time, but I have to go now because it is late. Okay, Bethia, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I have to work. Great sentences so far from Helga and Bethia. Very useful, very common, right? We'll use this a lot. Like, oh no, I have to go now because it is late. I have to get to bed. Or I have to work. I can't talk anymore. I have to work. Max Power says, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I have to do my homework. Yes, you got to get it done or you will be in trouble. Air Lady says, I had a great time. Okay, so Air Lady, be careful, everybody. See right here? I've had a great time, but I need to go now because wait. Okay. Never, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I need to pick up my children from school. Yeah. It was nice talking to you, but I gotta pick up my kids from school. Hello, Iraq. Cecilia, hello. Cecilia, we are reviewing this pattern here, so please write your sentence. Umesh, I have had a great time, but I need to go now because I have to sleep. Agnes says, I've had a great time, but I have to go home. I gotta get home. I know that. I know how that is, Agnes. Oh no, look at the time. I've got to get home. Air Lady says, I have. Okay. I have. I will write it out. It should be I have, I've. Okay. So in conversation, we use the contraction I have, I've, right? So actually I've is I have. So in conversation when we are speaking, when we are talking, we just contract I have to I've. So this is I've had or I have had. So when we're speaking, I have had, right? So but it's smoother when we say I've had. I've had. I've had. I've had. It's different when you are writing a report, for work or for school. When you're writing a report, when you're writing something like a formal piece of writing, you should use the actual words, not the contractions, but each word individually. But when you are speaking, when you are talking, we just contract it. We say, I've had. Helga, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because the last bus will come to the bus stop and I don't want to miss the bus. No, don't miss the bus. Get going. Make your bus. I understand. Umesh says, I have had a great time, but I need to go now because I have to make lunch. Raj, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I have to do lots of household chores. Oh no, Raj is very busy at home. Katie, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because it's getting late. All right, Niv. I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I need to cook for my children. Okay, Adeba. I've had. So everybody please look carefully at this sentence when you're writing your sentence, please use this exact. So what we're doing, we're practicing form a sentence, right? So we are practicing this form, this pattern, okay? Here, you make your own. You finish the sentence using your own idea. But today, this is what we are practicing. So I want you to do it this way. Okay, Max says, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because my curfew is soon. Yeah, you got to get home when your parents tell you to get home. You have a curfew. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go, Air Lady. I've had a great time, but now I need to go because I have to drive to my job. Very good, Air Lady. That's a good sentence. Trolley, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I have to do housework. Kadeen, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because my taxi arrived. Yep. Like for taxis, time is money, right? That meter is moving. Each minute you have to pay money. So time is money. The taxi meter is running. Okay. Adeba, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I feel sleepy. Helga, I've had a great time, but I need to go because I have to prepare for the lesson. Umesh, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I have to meet the Prime Minister. Wow, that's an important meeting for you. Raj, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because my grandson will play with me. Air Lady, you're very welcome. Okay, last one. I'm looking at the clock. We got to change activities. We're very, very busy today. Niva, I've had a great time, but I need to go now because I told my mom I would come before, I would get home before 10. I would get home before 10. I would get home before 10. Corey, hello. Mwah. Candy, I have had a great time, but I need to go now because I need to go shopping. Okay, good job. We are going to change topics now. We did this yesterday. We did it today. It's here. You can practice your own sentences in a notebook, for example. You can see the pattern and just keep writing different variations, different endings to this sentence for your practice. Okay, let's go to activity number 2. And this is use the correct verb tense. It's new. This is a new activity. We were talking about it. Remember I told you I would make this activity? Well, I made it. So here it is. So use the correct verb tense. That's the name of the activity. Okay, use the correct verb tense. And so we have a topic, we have a time, and we have a location. So we have a topic, we have a time, and we have a location. Right, location is place. Okay, so we have a topic. I'm going to tell you a topic. I'm going to give you a time, and I'm going to tell you a location, a place. And then you're going to make sentences using the correct verb tense. Okay, so here we go. Our topic is ordering food at a restaurant. Topic is ordering food at a restaurant. The time is lunchtime. Okay, it is lunchtime. And the location. And the location, a fancy restaurant. Okay, and I'm going to write an example conversation, okay? An example conversation, and then you do your own, okay? But I'll give you more information, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and write the example conversation here. So here we go. We have customer 1. Customer 1 says, I'll have, customer 1 says, I'll have the steak. Medium rare, please. Customer 2. Customer 2 says, I think I'll go for the salmon. I think I'll go for the salmon. Grilled and a side of vegetables. Okay, then the waiter says, great choices. Great choices. Okay, so there we go. That's good. Okay, so maybe it's a little difficult for you to see. I'm sorry, but I'll read it to you. Okay, so please listen carefully. So customer 1. So okay, the location, fancy restaurant. We're in a fancy restaurant. Customer 1 says, I'll have the steak medium rare, please. Customer 2 says, I think I'll go for the salmon grilled and a side of vegetables. The waiter says, great choices. One more time. Customer 1, I'll have the steak medium rare, please. Customer 2, I think I'll go for the salmon grilled and a side of vegetables. Waiter says, great choices. Time is lunch. And the topic, ordering food at a restaurant. So what is the verb tense I'm using? What is the verb tense I am using? No, it's medium rare. Hold on. Did I spell? Hold on. So medium. Okay, so what verb tense? Yeah, good. So what is the verb tense I'm using? Oh, okay, future, not the future simple. So remember, there's 2 futures. We have the future going to and the future will. So there's 2 actually. So which one? So am I using the future going to or the future will? Which one am I using here? Yeah, okay, good. So I'm using the future will, and we use the future will for immediate decisions, right? So for example, you're deciding at the moment, right? So I'm using the future will for immediate decision. Okay, so the future will for immediate decisions, right? So what we're doing is we're at a restaurant, we are looking at a menu, and so you're deciding, right? So the waiter, waitress comes up to you and says, "May I help you?" And then you look at the menu. Yes, I'll have, I will have, right? I'll have, I will have. Okay. I will have, I'll have. Okay, so now I want you to practice yourself, okay? So the situation, the topic, ordering food in a restaurant, the time is lunchtime, and the location, we are at a fancy restaurant, right? So you're not gonna order a hamburger, you know, you're not gonna order a cheeseburger, right? It's a fancy restaurant, so you're going to order something that would be at a fancy restaurant, right? You would order something at a fancy restaurant, okay? And so, yeah, so what will you have? What will you have? No, Raj, this is future will, not going to. Going to, you've already made the decision. You've already decided. So for example, oh, next week I'm going to the mountains. I've already decided, I made plans. But here, will is for immediate decision. So you're deciding now. So the customers are deciding now what they want. They're looking at the menu and they're deciding what they will have. Okay, so actually, Niva, maybe pasta. I think pasta is a little more fancier than spaghetti. Spaghetti maybe, you know, maybe at a cheaper restaurant, but a fancy restaurant, they will have pasta. Maybe like linguine, you know, what type of pasta? Fettuccine or something like that, right? So spaghetti maybe that's going to be a little cheaper. This is a fancy restaurant. So what are you going to order at the fancy restaurant? Plain noodles? No, Umesh. This is a fancy restaurant. No plain noodles. They don't. So if they don't have plain noodles. Max Power, fried rice. No, that's not. Maybe you would order paella. Paella. Paella is, you know, rice with seafood. But I wouldn't say fried rice at a fancy restaurant. Trolley, no. Pizza, no. This is a family. This is a fancy restaurant. No pizza here. We got steak, salmon, pasta. We got some chicken dishes. We got some fish dishes. We have some meat dishes. And maybe some fancy salads, right? Like Cobb salad, maybe a Caesar salad, maybe a chef salad. And then the soups, we got some fancy soups, right? Like a clam chowder soup, a tomato bisque soup, right? So we want to level up our food choices. We want level up our food choices. Okay, now see, we're practicing I'll have, okay? So this is what we are practicing, I'll have. Okay, Raj? I'll have. Okay, Cecile, I'll have pasta. What type of pasta would you like? Okay, so Niva, I'll have the grilled chicken. Okay, so when you're at a restaurant and you're ordering the food, you can see the food. It's on the menu. The waiter knows the menu, right? Of course. And so we don't say we use the, right? Because it's on the menu. I can see it. The waiter can see it. The waiter knows what I am talking about, right? We know the food. We see it. We both. I'm at the restaurant, so we use the. I'll have the grilled chicken. I'll have the steak. I'll go for the salmon. Okay, so we want to use the definite article, not indefinite, the definite article, the. So when you make your food choices, when you write your sentence, use the. I'll have the. Oh, very good. Okay, Helga, I like it. Helga says, I'll have the pasta with salmon and mushrooms. I'll go for the fruit salad and coffee. Great choices. Yeah, so there we're talking, there we go. There's a fancy restaurant item right there. One more time. Helga says, I'll have the pasta with salmon and mushrooms. I'll go for the fruit salad and coffee. Great choices. Very good. Oh, Kadeen, I'll have, okay, the grilled lobster. So we want to use the. Okay, good, Kadeen. I'll have the grilled lobster with rice and salad, please. I like it. Agnes, I'll have an Olive Garden. Okay, Agnes, I don't understand. So you are deciding the menu, the food choice, okay? The food choice. Well, okay, so for example, think of, okay, so Agnes says, I don't know fancy food. So think of, so like fish, and how is the fish prepared? So, and then think of pasta. How would pasta be prepared where it would be a little bit more special, a little more fancier, right? So we have pasta, but then you put like salmon in the pasta, you put mushrooms in the pasta, then that pasta, it gets leveled up. and maybe, you know, the chicken, right? So if you just get like fried chicken, that's not fancy, right? But if the chicken is prepared in olive oil with some special herbs and they're, right? And so now it becomes a little more fancier, a little more special. So the more complicated, the more the food is prepared, right? With different ingredients, it becomes fancier, right? If you go to a simple restaurant, right? Just spaghetti, a sandwich, or, you know, a piece of chicken or fried chicken, right? So the chefs at the simple restaurants, they don't have much training, maybe, you know, or, you know, the prices are lower, so there's going to be less ingredients. Where the fancier restaurants, the chefs have more training. The dishes are going to be more expensive, right? So the ingredients, there's going to be more ingredients, and the ingredients are going to be more expensive. So think about that when you when you're making a menu, when you're deciding what you will order, you know, the food's going to be more complicated. There will be more ingredients. It will be more expensive. Okay, Bethy, we're using I'll have. Okay, we're practicing. Okay, so I'm sorry, everybody. I'm going to be a little strict here, kind of like I did here. I want you to use this pattern. That's the purpose. So everyone, you're going to use I'll have. And then the. Okay? That's what we're practicing right now. I'll have the. I'll have the. So, Niva, I'll have the chicken Caesar. Yes. That's what I want everyone to be doing. Okay, Katie, I'll have the grilled lobster with rice and salad, please. Yeah. There you go, Raj. See, you can do it. I'll have the creamy corn soup and cheese bread with sizzling green vegetables. There you go. Hello, Matza. I'll have the chicken and salad. Okay. Okay, now chicken, let's make it a little more special. How about the grilled chicken or the marinated chicken, right? So let's make it a little more fancier. Okay, Niva, I'll have the black and blue salad. I don't know what that is, but okay, that sounds fancy. I'll have the black and blue salad. Okay. That's not normal. They don't have that at McDonald's. They don't have that at fast food. No. Oh, here we go, Air Lady. I'll have, okay, we want the, okay, Air Lady. I'll have the Chilean sea bass. I think I will go for Italian fish pasta with special shrimp, mussels, and noodles. Okay, okay, Air Lady, we have to fix your sentence a little bit. And so you'll say, I'll have the Chilean sea bass. I will go for, okay, I will go for the Italian fish pasta with special shrimp, mussels, with noodles or with pasta noodles. Okay, so we just need to clean it up, Air Lady. Clean it up a little bit. One more time, Air Lady, please listen carefully. I will have the Chilean sea bass. I think I will go for the Italian fish pasta with shrimp mussel on. Okay, so we're using pasta, okay? So, okay, so this is what we have to do, Air Lady. You can't, it's Chilean sea bass with pasta, right? And the pasta has, let's make it shrimp and mussel noodle pasta, or pasta. Okay, this we're gonna do. Here we go, Air Lady. Please listen carefully, and I want you to write this down. I want you to practice this. I want you to study this, okay? Air Lady, here we go. I'll have the Chilean sea bass with shrimp and mussel pasta. Shrimp and mussel pasta. One more time. I'll have the Chilean sea bass. I think I'll go for the shrimp and mussel pasta. Or it's probably better with. Here we go. I'll have the Chilean sea bass with shrimp and mussel pasta. I'll have the Chilean sea bass with shrimp and mussel pasta. I want you to write that down. Okay, Agnes, what is shell? What is that like? So Agnes, is that the shell? Is that clams? Maybe you're thinking clams. I'll have the clam salad. How about that? That sounds good. I'll have the clam salad. Helga, I'll have the best dish in your restaurant. The chicken tabaka. It's delicious. Oh, actually, okay, this is a good question. Adeba says, do I mean healthy, right? So does fancy food mean healthy? Sometimes, right? I think it can be, because a fancy restaurant, they use fresh ingredients, right? Where maybe fast food restaurants or lower price restaurants, they use frozen food. So yeah, so I think it's healthier. It's more expensive and healthier. Okay, Air Lady, I will have the Chilean sea bass with shrimp and mussel pasta. Perfect. You did it. Thank you. Thank you, Air Lady. Oh, Max. I'll have the steak sprinkled gold dust. There we go. Maybe that's what Elon Musk eats. Very good, Max. Okay, I'm looking at the clock. We're going to do this again, right? We'll do this again with different verb tenses, different topics, different times. Okay, so this is our activity, our new activity. This is a new activity. Use the correct verb tense, topic, time, location. Today's activity, the topic was ordering food at a restaurant. Time, lunchtime, and the location, a fancy restaurant, a fancy restaurant. So our food choices were for a fancy restaurant. So the food is going to be fresher, right? Fresh ingredients, expensive food. And then our conversation was, customer one, so there's two people eating at the restaurant. I'll have the steak medium rare, please. Customer two, I think I'll go for the salmon grilled and a side of vegetables. And the waiter says, great choices. And our pattern was, I will have the. I will have the. Because we use the article the, because the waiter knows, the customer knows, and so we use the. It's specific. It's specific. So it is the food on the menu, so we use the. Okay, great. Okay, it's time for us to change topics, all right? So here we go. Activity number 3. What would you do? What would you do? Okay, so this is a situation. In this situation, what would you do? Okay, so this is number 3. Okay, and the situation we're shopping. Shopping problems. Okay, so we have shopping problems. Oh no, shopping problems. And this is a worksheet. You get my worksheets on my Patreon. Go there, support me, and you get all the worksheets we do in our live stream class. So please go to my Patreon for the worksheets that we do in our live stream classes. Support me there, $5 each month, and you get all the worksheets we do in our live stream class. Please help me so I can help you. Okay, let's have a look. What would you do? Here's the worksheet, situations here. Shopping is the topic. And here we go. We got 6 situations, and then you write your ideas. Number 1. Okay, it's a language barrier. Struggle understanding specific products, product names, sizes, and prices. So understanding specific product names, sizes, and prices. So number one, so what would you do if you don't understand, if you go shopping and you don't understand the sizes, right? So different countries have different sizes, different numbers, right? And a lot of times if you, let's say for example, you buy a pair of shoes and you see there's a label in the shoe and they have like, this is the US size. This is the European size. This is the Asian size, right? So there are many different sizes, different numbers for sizes. So you're shopping in a foreign country, you are traveling, and what do you do when you don't understand the sizes, the numbers? What does this mean? So what do you do? That's a problem. So what would you do? So you don't understand the product names, you don't understand the sizes or the prices. What would you do? Okay, Umesh says, okay, so what would you do, right? I would. Okay, so this is the situation is a, what's the word? It is I can't think of the word right now. It is, I'll think of it in a minute, but it's a future, not prediction. It's, I can't think of the name. So I would. I can't think of the word right now. So that's what you want to use. I would. Not imaginary. It's it's not imaginary. It's a what if situation. What if? Like, for example, what if you couldn't understand the size, right? It's right here on the tip of my tongue. I can't, geez. I hate that. I'm getting older and words are slipping from my mind. Oh, it's right. I know it. I can't say it. It's a what if situation. I will remember it. Okay, good. I would. All right. Nice. Okay, Helga. I would prepare for shopping before going to the shops. Yeah, okay, so Helga, I would prepare, like you would use, hypothetical. Thank you. That's what it is, hypothetical situation. Thank you, Neva. Love you, thank you. It's a hypothetical situation, right? What if, hypothetical. And so we are preparing now if you ever have this situation, right? So we are practicing now, and we're using hypothetical situations. Oh, Karin, yes, use Google. So you have your smartphone, and so you can, if you go and like, okay, let's say the dress or the pants or the shirt or whatever, it says 28. Well, I don't know. What does 28 mean? And let's say you are in Japan, right? And you're shopping in Japan and you like that shirt, or you like the pants, or you like the dress, or you like the skirt, and you look at the size and it says 28. And you go, I don't know what that size is. And so let's say you live in Brazil and you're visiting Japan. And so you just go, okay, 20, size 28, what's that in Brazil? right? Or what's that in Portuguese? And so, boom, Google will tell you. So that's good, Kadeen. Yeah, so Umesh, we say it's on the tip of our tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue, right? So if there's a word you know and you can't say it, or like you know it but you can't remember it exactly, we say the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. Hypothetical situation. Hypothetical situation. Oh, okay. So, Matsura, you would say you would ask someone around you. Yeah, and so that, okay, that happened to me. Good, Matsura. So, so I went to Los Angeles last month, and I had to buy some clothes for my kids. And so I don't know, my kid's size, right? I don't know my kid's size. And should I buy a small? Should I buy a medium? Should I buy a large? I'm not sure, right? So I'm in the kids section. And so I asked a mother. And so I went up, I saw a mother, and she was with her little kid. And I go, oh, excuse me. I have a daughter. She's in 6th grade, elementary 6th grade. Do you think this would fit her? And then the mother wasn't really sure. But then I saw a girl about the size of my daughter, like the same age as my daughter. And I went up to the girl and I go, excuse me, I have a daughter your age. Is this the right size? And then the girl said, yeah, that looks like it would fit me. And so I said, thank you. And I bought it. And, when I got back to Japan, it fits my daughter. So that was always good. It's always good to ask people. Don't be shy. If you're not sure of the size, if you're not sure if it would be too big or too small, ask someone around you. So Matsuda, that's good strategy. Yeah, ask other customers. Right, that's what I did. Yeah, shop, so a staff asked staff to help. Okay, good. Okay, let's look at number 2. Yeah, there you go. I would practice some English questions. Yeah, so that's what we're doing now. We are doing these hypothetical situations so you can practice now, right? I hope you have a notebook, right? And so you could be writing your ideas down, writing the answers, or not the answers, but writing down sentences, like, for example, shopping, right? And then if you don't know the size, what question do you ask? If you don't know the price, what question to ask? You don't know where something is. Oh, excuse me, I'm looking for women's tops, or I'm looking for the women's section. I'm looking for the men's section. I'm looking for the sports section, right? So these are all things that you can study before you travel. And again, on my Patreon, support me on Patreon and you get the worksheets. And so you can have this on your computer, and this could help you practice, could help you study for when you go traveling. Okay, number 2. Here, let's look at number 2. Currency and money exchange. Dealing with different currencies and calculating prices in their home currency. So this is money exchange. So maybe a lot of times what I do, like I went to Los Angeles, I live in Japan, and so here in Japan we use Japanese yen. But in America, we use dollars. And so a lot of times I'm thinking, okay, it says $20. Okay, so is this expensive or cheap, right? And can I, right? So if it's a shirt and I like the shirt, but it's more expensive in America than Japan, I will say, no, I will just not buy it in America. I will buy it in Japan. So when I go to Los Angeles, and if I go to, let's say, Target, I like Target, and I go into Target and I look for clothes, and then I look at the prices, and I think, okay, is this a good price? And in my mind, I compare it to Japan, right? Is this expensive, or is it cheap, or is it reasonable? And so maybe you will do the same thing. If you go traveling and you see, a shirt or a jacket or whatever, and you go, okay, is this too expensive? Should I just buy it in my home country? Or like, oh, that's a good deal. I like the pattern. Or maybe you can't get it in your home country. So you're going to pay more money because you can't get it in your country. So anyway, so you're thinking about that. You're thinking of the exchange rate. You're thinking of your money versus the other country's money, right? Okay, Air Lady says, I don't exchange anymore. I just use my credit card, right? But I'm just saying, maybe, if you go to Brazil and you look at a jacket, and maybe that jacket in Brazil is more expensive than the jacket in Michigan, right? Or vice versa. Maybe it's cheaper in Brazil than in Michigan. So maybe you will buy it, or maybe you will not buy it, because you're thinking of, the price difference. What's the price in Michigan? What's the price in Brazil? Okay, Umar says, I would read everything about the country I am visiting and I will be prepared. That's good. Oh, Helga, I would watch the size table on the internet on my phone to see the difference. Good. And what I did, so when I went to Target, so I went to Los Angeles by myself, and I went into Target and I had FaceTime on my phone, and my children were here in Japan and they can see, right? And so I was walking around the girls section, and they said, oh, I like that t-shirt, right? Or I like those overalls. I like those jeans. I like those shorts, right? And so they told me what they liked, but then I had to decide, okay, was it too expensive, or the price is all right? The size, is it going to be what size? And so they weren't sure. So I go, hey, is a large too big? And they go, I don't know, because the different sizes, right? The numbers are different. So that's when I asked the girl in Target, oh, you're about the same size as my daughter. Would this fit you? Okay, good, Air Lady. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Air Lady says, in Canada, everything is more expensive than the USA. Well, in Japan, it's cheap. California is super expensive. So when I went to Los Angeles, I was surprised. The prices were very high. So Los Angeles is more expensive than Japan. So I was very surprised. I was sad. Oh no, it's so expensive in California. If you come to Japan, you will be surprised. Japan is pretty cheap these days. Okay, so we have money exchange, sizes, converting sizes. Okay, number 4, this is interesting. Shopping practices, such as haggling, tipping, or customer related to bargaining. I see Helga, she says she doesn't like haggling. Me too. Yeah, Air Lady, California is very expensive. I was shocked. I was very surprised. Yeah, so Helga says, I don't like haggling. Me too. So haggling, that's when there's no price. I hate that, right? So in South Korea, they haggle. Like that was, when I went to South Korea a long time ago, there was no prices. And so you have to go, and these are like the food, or not the food, the clothing tents, like clothing stalls. Like, so not a traditional shop. They're outside, and the clothing is in a tent, kind of like, like a big tent. And you see something, there's no price. So you have to ask them, how much is it? How much is this jacket? And they go, and so, oh, it's $100. Oh, that's too expensive. Wait. How about $80? Right? And so you are haggling over the price, So at the first price, the shopkeeper says, it's $100. And you go, no, that's too expensive. How about $50? So you go super low. And the shopkeeper goes, no way, you're crazy. How about $80? You go, oh, that's still expensive. How about $60? And the shopkeeper goes, how about $70? And you go, okay. So yeah, I was very tired. I went to Korea, South Korea, and I was very tired because shopping, there's a lot of haggling, right? And so in Japan, in America, there's a price tag. And if it says $100, oh, that's too expensive, and you just forget it. You go to a different jacket. But yeah, do you still haggle in Korea? I don't know. I went to Korea maybe 20 years ago. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Maybe 20 years now. I want to go back for sure. Has it changed? So in Seoul, in the clothing district in Seoul, lots and lots of clothing shops and stalls, like these clothing tents. So okay, so it's possible to haggle in Korea. So maybe it's changing, but 20 years ago, lots of haggling. I was tired. Yeah, so so the market, yeah, that thank you. So Helga, yeah, so the market, so like the clothing market, the like you could say like the food market, and yeah, so these are like a market, like kind of open areas, not like a department store, but open in the street. Good. Okay, let's look at some others here. So we have, so shopping practices, such as haggling, tipping, right? So tipping, in America, we tip. In Japan, there's no tipping. In America, people tip in restaurants. So you tip in restaurants, you tip the taxi driver, you tip the hotel staff. Yeah, so those are the like 3 main things. And like food related, so delivery, if someone delivers food to your house, you tip them, like pizza, Uber Eats, that kind of thing. You go into a restaurant, you tip. If you take a taxi, you tip the taxi driver. And in a hotel, if they carry your bags to your room, you tip the hotel staff. So those are the main places you tip. Okay, number 5, return and exchange policies. Understanding return and exchange policies, which may vary from store to store and country to country. So return. So in Japan, we have a good return policy. So if you buy something and you take it home and it doesn't work or there's something wrong, it doesn't perform to your expectations, you can take it back. You need the receipt. So you need the receipt. You need to show proof that you bought it, right? So it's yours. You paid for it. You spent money for it, and you have the receipt that shows proof that you bought it. So you take what you bought, you take the receipt, you go back to the store, and they will exchange it for another or give you your money back. So here in Japan, the exchange or returns is pretty good here in Japan. And America too. So return and exchange policies. So return, that's money back. When you return it, you want your money back. So you said, okay, this jacket, there's a rip in the jacket, or the jacket the zipper is broken. I want my money back. And so you return it and you get your money back. Exchange, you get a new one. So like a different one. Let's say you buy a medium shirt, but you get home, oh, it's too small. So you want to exchange it for a different size, or you want to exchange it for a different color. And so if it's the same equal value, you can exchange it for another one. So return, you want money back. Exchange, you want a different size or a different color or a different style that equal in value. So the same price. So you buy a shirt for $20. You need a bigger size, and so you get the bigger size for the same price, $20. Or okay, so the shirt was $20, but then they have pants for $20. And you go, okay, I want to exchange this shirt for the pants. So they're equal value, and so there's usually not a problem. And then sales and discounts. Understanding sales and discount offers, including promotions, coupons, and discounts based on percentages and quantities. So for example, a sale, usually they have like Black Friday sales. And so everything is at a lower price. So we're having a sale. So everything is a lower price than normal. So a discount means that okay, 10% off, right? So you go there and they go, okay, the shirts are 10% off. And so they're discounted 10% less. So for example, if it was $10, oh, now it's $9. So that's like 10% discount. Promotions. So promotion like this week only, everything's 50% off, right? And so that's promotion. Like, oh, we bought too much. We have to get rid of it. We're having a promotion. Or we just moved here. It's a grand opening, and so it's a promotion. So today only 50% off or 50% discount. Only today. So that's a promotion. Coupon, right? So that's a piece of paper, maybe in a newspaper, maybe in a magazine, and it's a 10% off coupon. And so you cut it out, you take it to the store, and you give them the coupon, and then the staff, they lower the price. because you have the coupon. And a lot of times supermarkets do that. So supermarket, they have coupons. Yeah, and so sometimes based on percentages, right? So 10% off, 15% off. So if the shirt was $10, 10% off is $9. 20% off, $8. So forth, down, down, down. 50% would be $5. Quantities. So for example, buy 2, get 1 free. So if you buy, let's say you buy 2 shirts, then the 3rd shirt is free. So then now you have 3 shirts. But, so let's say 1 shirt is $10. You buy 2 shirts, right? That's $20, and they give you 1 for free. So now you have 3 shirts for $20. Okay, so quantity. Sometimes they'll have a sale like that. 2 for 1. You buy 1 shirt, you get 1 for free. Okay, so there we go. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so what would you do? Okay, so that's good, everybody. Again, support me on Patreon and you get the worksheet. Okay, you can download the worksheet from my Patreon. Oh, so Matsura, exchange means you already paid for it. So you went and you bought the jacket, but you go home and you think, oh, it's a bad color. So in the store you like the blue, but you take it home and you go, oh, I don't like the blue. So you go back to the store and you say, I want to exchange the blue jacket for the black jacket. And so they go, okay. And so now they give you the black jacket. You give them the blue jacket back and they give you the black jacket. So that's an exchange. So you don't need money because you already paid for the jacket. It's just exchange. Yeah, it's important to know discount information, of course, yeah. Okay, good. All right, let's do our next activity. That's an idiom. I'm looking at the clock. So we'll do one more. Okay, good. So our next activity is an idiom activity. And it's go for. So our next activity, and this, we have example sentences done by the green team. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and then number 4. Right here, I'm going to write number 4. And this idiom. And the idiom is go for. So that means to seek. To seek. I'll put the worksheet on the screen so you can see it, and we'll talk about the meaning. You're welcome, Matsura. Okay, here's the worksheet. Patreon for worksheets. Okay, go for, to seek. Go to seek. So, like seek, right? You're like, I'm going. I'm looking for it. I'm going for it. Go for it. I'm seeking it out. Okay? You're going to go seek it out. I'm going to go look for it. Okay, go for, to seek. And we have examples from the green team. I'm going to make it a little bit larger. And then, of course, you're going to write your own sentences using go for. Okay, there we go. Go for means to seek. And our first sentence is from Raj. Raj says, I think she is going for a pet pony. She has always wanted one. I think she is going for a pet pony. She has always wanted one. So she's going to go, I want to buy a pet pony. I'm going to seek out a pet pony. I'm going to go for a pet pony. That's what I decided. I'm going to go for the pet pony. And we have right here, in our restaurant, I'll go for the salmon. I'll go for the salmon. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for the salmon. Here, Raj says, I think she's going for the pet pony. She has always wanted one. Air Lady, her sentence. I hope we could go for a walk. I hope we could go for a walk. Miley, Miley, don't go for wealth. It may vanish. Don't go for looks. It can deceive. Go for what always makes you dream. Sorry. Go for what always makes you dream. I like it. Okay, one more time. Don't go for wealth. It may vanish. Don't go for looks. It can deceive. Go for what always makes you dream. So that means don't go for wealth. So don't think about money because it can vanish. It go away. So if you take a job that doesn't make you happy, right, only for money, then that job could vanish and then you're stuck. Don't go for looks. It can deceive. So, someone with looks can be like, maybe on the outside they're beautiful, but the inside they're like bad, right? So looks can deceive. What you think looks friendly can be unfriendly. What looks you think could be beautiful could be ugly inside. And but go for what makes you dream. So happiness, that's the most important thing. Go for happiness. So I think that's what Miley's sentence means. Go for happiness. Marion, I would go for that job if it were in town. I would go for that job if it were in town, right? So Marion's saying if he didn't have to move, he would take the job. Lolly's sentence. Mark, why don't we go for a beer? It's on me, of course. Yeah. Lolly, one more time. Mark, why don't we go for a beer? It's on me, of course. Yay. So that means, so Lolly's inviting me out for a beer, to have a beer, to drink a beer, and she will pay for it. So that makes me happy. Agnes, her sentence. I always go for broke in Las Vegas. It's fun to win money. So go for broke. That means you are going to bet it all, right? You're not going to be conservative. You're going to put it on the table. You're going to go for it. You want to make money because it's fun to win money. So Agnes, I always go for broke in Las Vegas. And then Julia, her sentence, when I decided to radically change my profession, my husband told me, go for it. One more time. When I decided to radically change my profession, my husband told me, go for it. So radically means a big change. Okay, when I decided to make a big change, right, in her job. So profession is job. So when Julia decided to change to a big difference, right? So maybe, for example, Julia, her job, maybe she was like a business woman, right? But then she goes, I'm not feeling happy here. So then she goes, I want to volunteer. So that's a big change, going from a businesswoman to volunteering. And so, but her husband said, go for it. Do what makes you happy. So if you would be happier volunteering, go for it. Okay, good sentences. Let's do your own sentences here. Okay, I want to see your sentences. Let's see your sentence. Okay, there we go. So you can see examples on the screen. Hey, Mary's here. Hello, Mary. Mwah. Oh yeah, okay, Matsura, exchange. Right. That's okay. So Matsura, so if your husband bought you a jacket and you don't like it, you can exchange it for a different style, right? So or Christmas, that happens at Christmas. People buy Christmas presents and they don't like the style, they don't like the fashion, so they exchange it for a different style, for a different color, for a different pattern. Ah, Helga said, and if the person's dreams were wealth and looks, if it makes you, I mean, the important thing is like what makes you happy is most important because looks, as you get older, your looks change. so if, you know, when you're young, a beautiful woman or a handsome man may not be handsome or beautiful in the future. Or that person, right, they might lose their job. So if you're with them only for money, what will you do if the money is gone? Okay, Umesh, go for it. You will get it. Okay, nice. Oh, good, Max. I think I'm going for fried rice at the decent restaurant. Good. All right, Umesh, go for a walk. It's good for your health. Let's go for a ride. Mary, I always go for an opportunity to learn English. Umesh, he went for it and he didn't get it. Oh, that's a sad story. Oh, okay, Matsuda, why don't we go for a visit to the USA? Why? Okay, here we go. One more time, Matsuda. Why don't we go for a visit to the USA? Why don't we go for a visit to the USA? Oh, Candy, how much is it going for? Yeah, that's good, Candy. Good, Umesh. Going for truth is good. Yes, I agree. I agree with you. Helga, I am going to go for Easter holiday food. Okay, I'm going to go for Easter holiday food. Yep. There, lady. I think I will go for coffee. Okay, here we gotta fix it just a little bit, there, lady. I think I will go for coffee to go for a coffee shop. Okay, I think it's better to say, like, at the coffee shop, I will go for a sandwich. Or at the restaurant, I will go for a coffee. How about, so, okay, Air Lady. At the restaurant, I will go for a coffee. At the restaurant, I will go for a coffee. Okay, Air Lady, one more time. At the restaurant, I will go for a coffee. Okay, Matsuda, why don't we go for the USA? It's better, okay, why don't we go for a visit to the USA? Why don't we go for a visit to the USA? One more time, Matsuda. It's only 10 runs. Go for it. We will win. Good, Air Lady. At the restaurant, I will go for coffee. Perfect. Let's go for pizza. Sounds good. It's lunchtime. I'm hungry, Mary. That sounds good. I think I'll go for a sandwich today. I'll go for, at home, I'll go for a pastrami sandwich. You're welcome, Air Lady. Okay, Umesh, go for a hike. It's vacation. It's our vacation. That's better. Or it's my vacation. Go for a, I think it's better. Go for a walk. It's our vacation. Because usually you'd be talking to someone, right? So you're talking, so Umesh, you're talking to someone. So you would say like, it's our vacation. Why don't we go visit for the USA? Okay, Matza, we got it. Okay, not exactly. Let's change it. I'm going to write it in the chat because it's not exactly. Okay, why don't we go visit? Why don't we go for? So we need for. Go for. Okay, Matza. Why don't we go for a visit to? To we use for direct, when you're going somewhere. Why don't we go for a visit to the USA? There we go. I wrote it in the chat, Matsura. Why don't we go for a visit to the USA? Okay, I'll go for a coffee in the afternoon. Okay, I can't read Korean. I think maybe you told me your name before. I don't remember. But I can't read Korean. Sorry. So tell me your name. I'll go for a coffee in the afternoon. That's good. Go for on the beach. How about go for a walk on the beach? Agnes. Go for a walk on the beach. Agnes, one more time. Go for a walk on the beach. Or go for a swim at the beach. Go for a swim at the beach. Max, would you please go for a cup of coffee? Nice. Cecilia, why don't we go for a visit to Las Vegas? Yeah, good. Okay, so we don't use for okay, Timothy, thank you. So Cecilia, for a proper noun, like a city name, we don't use the. So Cecilia, why don't we go for a visit to Las Vegas? So don't say the. Jose, Mark, why don't we go for a cup of coffee? Sounds good to me. Let's go. I hate you. You don't go for it. Matcha, why don't we go for a visit to the US? Yes. Okay, good, Agnes. Go for a swim at the beach. Good, Agnes. Max, I want to go for a party with my... Okay, I want to... No. Go to a party. Let's go for... Let's go for excitement. Or let's go for it. Let's go to that party. Let's go for... Yeah, like... So it has to be action, right? So like go for a walk, go for a swim, go for a beer. So to a party, there's no action, just a place. Oh, there's a party. Let's go to the party. So you need action. Go for a visit, right? Go for So we need action. Oh, okay, Umesh, going for a hike is expensive. You need backpack. You need a backpack, or you need equipment. Going for a hike is expensive. You need equipment. You're welcome, Max. Helga, I was going for the clean water and tasty pastries to the shop nearby yesterday. We will go for it in Miami next week. Oh, okay, Agnes. We will go for a vacation in Miami next week. Agnes, we will go for a vacation in Miami next week. Is that true? Nice, Agnes. One more time. We will go for a vacation in Miami next week. Ah, yeah, Jose. Good. I went to Los Angeles last month and it was cold. I would go for a trip to Colombia. LA is still cold. I went for new shoes last Tuesday. Okay, Agnes. Have fun in Miami. It's warm there, right? I have been to Gulfport, or I have been to what city? I've been to Florida. I went to Tampa. And I also went to Disney World. That is in where is Disney World? What city? I forgot, but I have never been to Miami, Florida. Oh, me too, Candy. I want to go for pancakes. Okay, Max, I want to go for a talk with you. Nice. Okay, so Matza, they are opening a new restaurant near my home. Why don't we go for delicious food? Okay, Matza, good. Or a new restaurant is opening. Orlando, that's right. Orlando, Florida. That is where Disney World is. So I went to Orlando and I went to Tampa Bay a long, long time ago. I like both those places. Okay, so Matsura, a new restaurant is opening near my home. A new restaurant is opening near my home. Why don't we go for delicious food? Okay, good. Okay, I'm looking at the clock. On Saturday, I have to go now. But good job, everyone. Yeah. So the worksheet on my Patreon, go there, support me there, please. That would be great. Support me on Patreon, please, please, please. There's a link for it in the description. Support me on Patreon, get all the worksheets we do. Oh, the poll. I always forget the poll. Okay, thank you. Let's do the poll. And again, we didn't get everything. We didn't get the negative question worksheet today. We'll do it next week, okay? We'll do it next week for sure. I will be back on Tuesday, right? I'm here on Tuesdays, 5 p.m., Wednesdays, 5 p.m., Fridays, 10 a.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. Okay, let's look at the poll. At the top of the chat in the blue box, we're doing a quiz. Let's check out the quiz. Okay. 71 people voted. Thank you very much, everyone. Here's the quiz. You have to choose the best word. Choose the best word. We got elbow, palm, thumb, wrist. One more time. Elbow. Right here, elbow. Palm, right here, palm. Thumb, right here, thumb. And wrist, right here, wrist. One more time. Elbow, palm, thumb, wrist. Okay, which word? And the sentence is, I cut my with a sharp knife while cutting vegetables. So is it, I cut my elbow with a sharp knife while I was cutting vegetables? Is it, I cut my palm with a sharp knife while I was cutting vegetables? Is it, I cut my thumb with a sharp knife while I was cutting vegetables? Or is it, I cut my wrist with a sharp knife while I was cutting vegetables? And the answer is thumb. Yes, yes, thumb. Good, good, good. I cut my thumb with a sharp knife while I was cutting vegetables. One more time. I cut my thumb with a sharp knife while I was cutting vegetables. One more time. I cut my thumb with a sharp knife while I was cutting vegetables. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, good, good, good. So it's Friday where Agnes is. It's Saturday here in Japan. Yeah, Helga, usually fingers, yeah. But I wanted challenge. I wanted just practice. Yeah, usually we cut our fingers because our fingers are longer, right? So as we're cutting vegetables, you're going to cut your finger, not your thumb, usually. But you want to do, when you're cutting vegetables, you want to use your knuckles. So don't put your fingers out. Put them in when you're cutting vegetables. Okay, good job, everyone. Mwah, thank you so much. I will be back on Tuesday, April 18th. April 18th, 5 p.m. Japan time. 5 p.m. Japan time. Please come back and see me. We will do this again. You're welcome. Timothy. Is it Timothy, right? I think it's Timothy. Yes, Timothy. Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone, for your kind support. Mwah. Please, please, please go to Patreon. Support me on Patreon. $5 each month. Get all the worksheets, all the cards we do in our live stream class. Please, please go do that. Okay. I will be back on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Be safe, stay healthy, and smile. Be safe, stay healthy, and smile. Okay, let's count down to saying goodbye together, shall we? Here we go. We're counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, everyone. Mwah. I love you. Peace and love. Smile. Be healthy. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. And take it easy. Okay, bye-bye. See you on Tuesday.